Hello coffee farmers, welcome to Githua's farm, coffee farm, whereby we shall learn more about coffee farming. Today we are carrying out scouting in the coffee shamba, and scouting really means checking carefully on the coffee plants, especially the leaves. You can see I'm looking at the leaves to see if they are healthy or if there are some signs of pests or diseases or maybe some nutrient problems. And by observing the leaves closely, you will observe color pigmentations, some spots, some holes, maybe culling of some leaves or unusual changes. So therefore we can detect issues early and take the right action. Good farmers, as I have observed in my coffee plants, is that the leaves are narrow, and there are others which are a bit colorated, and I don't know the issue is, but let's look at the causes of the narrow leaves in coffee plants. And one is nitrogen deficiency, and on nitrogen deficiency, the nutrient is as we know, it's a macronutrient or maybe a main nutrient for leaf growth. So some of the symptoms of low nitrogen in a coffee plant is that they are narrow, they are pale green or maybe yellowish leaves, you can see, and also they are weak. Some of them are weak, and the vigor at which they grow is reduced. Another cause of narrow coffee leaves is zinc deficiency. And what does zinc help in? Zinc helps with the cell expansion and normal leaf size. So what will you observe from the deficiency of zinc? Coffee develops in a small way, and you'll observe also some narrow leaves or maybe clustered leaves. And from my advisor aliniambia that once you observe some clustered leaves or maybe alikuwa anaziita rosenet leaves, they look yellow between the leaves, and I think from some of the coffee plants that you'll see, I observed that. Also another cause of narrow coffee leaves is soil nutrient imbalance. So some soils are a bit poor in fertility, whereby they also contribute towards the underdeveloping of the leaves. Also another cause of narrow leaves is a soil or maybe water stress or maybe irregular watering, whereby maybe there is no rain for quite a number of days, whereby coffee plants lack sufficient water, which slows leaf expansion, leading to narrow or shivered leaves. Another cause of narrow leaves is the root damage. Yes, as you can see, some leaves from my coffee plant are a bit narrow because of root maybe damages or maybe some nematodes which are under the roots, whereby we cannot be able to see them, whereby the soil is a bit compacted, whereby the roots cannot be able to absorb some nutrients. Maybe the last and not the least is a genetic or variety factor, whereby some coffee varieties naturally have slightly narrow leaves compared to others. Let's continue making observation in our farms so that at least we can be able to be assured of good harvests as we continue planting our coffee or maybe taking care of our coffee. Therefore, let's continue observing our coffee farm.
So coffee farmers, that is Mr. Githua who has been talking to you, and I hope that you have all enjoyed. So in our farm, we observed that the major cause of narrow leaves was deficiency of zinc. Why are we saying it's deficiency of zinc? It is because Mr. Githua for the longest time have been spraying vegetative foliar, and this is a foliar that lacked zinc. As you can see, these are signs of zinc deficiency, and major signs of zinc deficiency is narrow, small and short leaves, just as you can see at the tip of the coffee. The other one is clustered leaves. You can see them clustered, means that they are growing so many two leaves together. The other one is leaves becoming crowded. That is what I've just told you, and they look like a bunch. If you look at the top of that coffee, those leaves look like a bunch. The other one is yellowing between veins, while veins remain green. You can see the coffee looks like it does not have its green, the bright green that a coffee should have. And the other one is distorted or deformed leaves. Just as you can see, the leaves look like as they are growing, they are very small, they look distorted, and they also look deformed. So in summary about zinc deficiency, you shall mainly see small, narrow, crusted leaves, intervenial yellowing, stunted growth in your coffee, and also poor fruiting when your coffee comes to fruiting. So the other cause of narrow leaves on our coffee was also deficiency in phosphorus, that is in the coffee plant. And the reason unto why we concluded that our coffee also lacked phosphorus, especially on the leaves. Remember, today we were observing the leaves. It is because the leaves appeared dull dark green instead of bright green, how the coffee should look. And also the leaves had become smaller, fewer, and they were also dropping prematurely.
Good job for the overview, and now we are here to be able to arrest the case, that is to be able to have a solution or maybe a remedy, ama tukisema suluhisho. Kwa hivyo suluhisho letu ama the remedy is to make sure that we have sprayed a foliar which is rich in phosphorus. Now, what is the importance of phosphorus to the coffee plants and leaves? And as we shall be spraying, after maybe 2 weeks, we shall observe that there will be a rapid or maybe a rapid absorption of these phosphorus, whereby leaves absorb phosphorus directly, correcting the deficiency faster than soil. A third importance of phosphorus in a coffee plant is it will prevent leaf discoloration. So this we mean by that it prevents symptoms of deficiency such as the dull dark green or maybe the purplish leaves or maybe the premature leaf drop, or maybe it will also reduce the leaf size. Another importance of phosphorus is a better stress tolerance. So phosphorus will strengthen leaves against stress since they can maintain energy metabolism effectively. As I continued with the scouting in the coffee chamber, I realized that there were some pests which had attacked the leaves, and you can see my leaves are really or the coffee plants are attacked by some pests. Get a close observation. Here they are. And the coffee plant has a lot of enemies. These are the pests, such as leaf miners, aphids, mealybugs, and scales. And these pests damage the leaves by maybe sucking, boring into tissues, or maybe causing spots and culling. And it's good to know that these attacks weaken the leaves, and also they reduce photosynthesis. And if at all we don't control this, it will also affect the overall health and yield of the coffee plant. After this observation, I sought some advice from fellow farmers and also an agronomist, and I came to understand that this was a pest known as leaf skeletonizer. A leaf skeletonizer is a caterpillar pest that feeds on the soft green tissues of coffee leaves. You can see it just leaves the tissues, or maybe the soft tissues, eaten, and it leaves the skeletons of the leaf. Therefore, some signs, as you are seeing, is that the caterpillar scraps off the leaf surfaces, leaving behind only the veins and midrib, giving the leaf a skeleton-like look. And also you'll see a whitish or scorched appearance. Therefore, you can see scorched appearance over there, bleached, or maybe it looks burnt. And another observation that you are likely to see is the webbing. In some cases, fine silk threads can be seen where the larvae feed. The last but not the least, a symptom or observation that you can see is reduced leaf area, whereby heavy attack causes premature leaf drop, weakening the plant. Now, we have a remedy for controlling the leaf skeletonizer and other pests, and maybe in the past there was the cultural one, whereby you collect and destroy infected leaves to reduce spread. And also you can also maintain field hygiene, which is very important, but through removing weeds that host the larvae. What about the biological one? Whereby you encourage natural enemies like parasitic worms or wasps and predators that feed on larvae. Now, for me, I'll use the chemical way, and I used a chemical which I'll not disclose because of various reasons. Therefore, as I was spraying, I targeted both the upper and the underside of leaves, where pests like leaf miners and skeletonizer hide underneath. So also for spraying, you are supposed to spray from top to bottom, moving low by low to cover all plants evenly. Also, I try to maintain steady walking speed to avoid over or under application. Also, in conclusion, dear farmers, the scouting exercise has really helped us to do a close observation of the coffee plants, especially the leaves. By detecting these early, we were able to take the right corrective measures, such as proper spraying and a good field management. Regular scouting is important because healthy leaves mean healthy plants, and healthy plants mean better yields and also quality coffee. So Do me a favor and subscribe, comment, and also share this content so that we can continue growing together. Until next time, adios.